Hello everyone, and welcome back to Daily Dose of English. I'm Tom, your English teacher and friend on this journey. Today we're going to talk about something that can change your life. Daily habits. Daily habits. Now you repeat. I was thinking about this topic yesterday while I was making my morning coffee. Every morning I wake up at 6:30, make coffee and read for 20 minutes. It's a simple routine, but it makes my whole day better. And that's what we're exploring today, how small daily actions can lead to big changes in your life. In this episode, you'll learn useful vocabulary about habits and routines. You'll discover common phrases people use when talking about their daily lives. And most importantly, you'll practice speaking with our shadowing exercises. Remember, shadowing means listening to me and repeating exactly what I say. It's like being my echo. So grab a cup of tea or coffee, find a comfortable place to sit, and let's begin this journey together. Are you ready? Let's go. Part 1. Understanding habits. What are they? First, let's understand what a habit really is. A habit is something you do regularly, often without thinking about it. A habit is something you do regularly. A habit is something you do regularly. Now you repeat. Think about brushing your teeth. Do you have to remind yourself to do it every morning? Probably not. It's automatic. That's a habit. I brush my teeth every morning. I brush my teeth every morning. Now you repeat. Some habits are good for us. These are called positive habits. Positive habits. Positive habits. Now you repeat. Examples include exercising, reading, or drinking water. I exercise 3 times a week. I exercise 3 times a week. Now you repeat. Other habits might not be so good. These are negative habits. Negative habits. Negative habits. Now you repeat. Like staying up too late or eating too much junk food. I sometimes eat too much chocolate. I sometimes eat too much chocolate. Now you repeat. Here's something interesting. Scientists say it takes about 21 to 66 days to form a new habit. That means if you do something every day for about a month, it becomes easier and more natural. It takes time to build a habit. It takes time to build a habit. Now you repeat. Part 2. Essential vocabulary for daily habits. Now let's learn some important words and phrases about habits. These will help you talk about your daily life in English. First word, routine. A routine is your regular way of doing things. My morning routine is simple. My morning routine is simple. Now you repeat. Next, consistent. This means doing something the same way regularly. She is consistent with her studies. She is consistent with her studies. Now you repeat. Another useful word, discipline. Discipline means having control to do what you should do. It takes discipline to wake up early. It takes discipline to wake up early. Now you repeat. Let's learn motivation. Motivation is the reason or energy to do something. My motivation is to speak English fluently. My motivation is to speak English fluently. Now you repeat. Here's a phrase, stick to something. This means to continue doing something without stopping. I want to stick to my exercise plan. I want to stick to my exercise plan. Now you repeat. Another phrase, give up. This means to stop trying. Never give up on your dreams. Never give up on your dreams. Now you repeat. Let me teach you make time for. This means to arrange your schedule to include something. I make time for reading every day. I make time for reading every day. Now you repeat. And finally, get into the habit of. This means to start doing something regularly. I want to get into the habit of. I want to get into the habit of. Now you repeat. Walking every morning. Walking every morning. Now you repeat. Part 3. Common daily habits. Let's practice. Now let's talk about common daily habits that successful people have. And remember, we'll practice each one with shadowing. Morning habits are very important. Many successful people wake up early. I wake up at 5 a.m. every day. I wake up at 5 a.m. every day. Now you repeat. They often start with water. I drink a glass of water first thing. I drink a glass of water first thing. Now you repeat. Some people meditate. Meditation helps me feel calm. Meditation helps me feel calm. Now you repeat. Exercise is another popular morning habit. I do yoga for 20 minutes. I do yoga for 20 minutes. Now you repeat. Work habits are also important. Taking breaks helps productivity. I take a 5-minute break every hour. I take a 5-minute break every hour. Now you repeat. Making a to-do list is helpful. I write my tasks every morning. I write my tasks every morning. Now you repeat. Evening habits prepare you for tomorrow. Many people plan their next day. I plan tomorrow before I sleep. I plan tomorrow before I sleep. Now you repeat. Reading before bed is common. I read for 30 minutes before sleeping. I read for 30 minutes before sleeping. Now you repeat. No screens before bed. I turn off my phone at 9 p.m. I turn off my phone at 9 p.m. Now you repeat. Part 4. Building new habits. The process. Alright, so how do we actually build new habits? Let me share a simple process that really works. Step 1. Start small. Don't try to change everything at once. Start with one small habit. Start with one small habit. Now you repeat. For example, if you want to exercise, don't start with 1 hour. Start with 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes a day. Just 5 minutes a day. Now you repeat. Step 2. Be specific. Don't say I want to read more. Say exactly when and what. I will read 1 page after breakfast. I will read 1 page after breakfast. Now you repeat. Step 3. Use triggers. Connect your new habit to something you already do. After I brush my teeth. After I brush my teeth. Now you repeat. I will do 10 push-ups. I will do 10 push-ups. Now you repeat. Step 4. Track your progress. Use a calendar or app. I mark an X on my calendar. I mark an X on my calendar. Now you repeat. Step 5. Be patient with yourself. Remember, it takes time. Don't give up after 1 bad day. Don't give up after 1 bad day. Now you repeat. Here's a little joke for you. Why did the habit go to school? Because it wanted to become a good habit. Okay, maybe that wasn't very funny, but remember, Even bad jokes can be a good habit if they make you smile. Part 5. Dialogue practice. At the gym. Now let's practice with a real conversation. This is between two friends, Sarah and Mike, talking about exercise habits. Listen carefully and repeat each line. Sarah: Hey Mike, I see you here every morning. Hey Mike, I see you here every morning. Now you repeat. Mike: Hi Sarah. Yes, I'm trying to build a gym habit. Hi Sarah. Yes, I'm trying to. Now you repeat. Build a gym habit. Build a gym habit. Now you repeat. Sarah: How long have you been coming? How long have you been coming? Now you repeat. Mike: About 3 weeks now. It's getting easier. About 3 weeks now. About 3 weeks now. Now you repeat. It's getting easier. It's getting easier. Now you repeat. Sarah: That's great. What motivates you? That's great. What motivates you? Now you repeat. Mike: I want to be healthier and have more energy. I want to be healthier. I want to be healthier. Now you repeat. And have more energy. And have more energy. Now you repeat. Sarah: Do you have any tips for beginners? Do you have any tips for beginners? Now you repeat. Mike: Start small and be consistent. Start small and be consistent. Now you repeat. Even 10 minutes is better than nothing. Even 10 minutes is better than nothing. Now you repeat. Part 6. Cultural note. Habits around the world. You know, different cultures have different daily habits. It's fascinating. In Japan, many people practice rajio taisō, radio exercises. Every morning, music plays on the radio, and people do simple exercises together. They do this at schools and offices. We exercise together every morning. We exercise together every morning. Now you repeat. In Spain, there's the siesta, an afternoon nap. Shops close and people rest after lunch. It's a cultural habit. We take a short nap after lunch. We take a short nap after lunch. Now you repeat. In Scandinavia, fika is important. It's a coffee break with friends, not just coffee. It's about connecting with people. We have coffee and chat with friends. We have coffee and chat with friends. Now you repeat. These cultural habits show us something important. Habits can bring people together. They create community. Habits connect us to others. Habits connect us to others. Now you repeat. Part 7. Story time. Maria's morning transformation. Let me tell you a story about Maria, one of my students. This will help you practice longer sentences and see how habits can change a life. Maria was always late for her English class. She felt stressed every morning. Maria was always late for her English class. Maria was always late for her English class. Now you repeat. She felt stressed every morning. She felt stressed every morning. Now you repeat. One day she decided to change. She wanted to create a morning routine. She wanted to create. Now you repeat. A morning routine. A morning routine. Now you repeat. First, she started going to bed earlier. She set an alarm for 10 p.m. She set an alarm for 10 p.m. She set an alarm for 10 p.m. Now you repeat. Then she prepared her clothes the night before. No more morning decisions. She prepared her clothes. She prepared her clothes. Now you repeat. The night before. The night before. Now you repeat. In the morning, she woke up 30 minutes earlier. Just 30 minutes made a big difference. Just 30 minutes made a big difference. Just 30 minutes made a big difference. Now you repeat. She had time for breakfast. She ate eggs and fruit. She ate eggs and fruit. She ate eggs and fruit. Now you repeat. She even reviewed her English notes. 5 minutes of review helped her remember. 5 minutes of review. 5 minutes of review. Now you repeat. Helped her remember. Helped her remember. Now you repeat. After 2 weeks, everything changed. She arrived early and felt confident. She arrived early. She arrived early. Now you repeat. And felt confident. And felt confident. Now you repeat. Her English improved because she wasn't stressed. She could focus on learning. She could focus on learning. She could focus on learning. Now you repeat. Maria told me, small changes made my life better. Small changes made my life better. Small changes made my life better. Now you repeat. Part 8. Common challenges and solutions. Now let's be honest, building habits isn't always easy. Let's talk about common problems and how to solve them. Problem 1. Forgetting. Sometimes we simply forget our new habits. I forgot to practice English today. I forgot to practice English today. Now you repeat. Solution. Use reminders. Set an alarm on your phone. Set an alarm on your phone. Set an alarm on your phone. Now you repeat. Or put a note on your mirror. Put a note on your mirror. Put a note on your mirror. Now you repeat. Problem 2. No motivation. Some days you don't feel like it. I don't want to exercise today. I don't want to exercise today. Now you repeat. Solution. Remember your why. Why did you start? Write down your reasons. Write down your reasons. Write down your reasons. Now you repeat. Look at them when you feel weak. Look at them when you feel weak. Now you repeat. Problem 3. Too busy. I don't have time. Is common. I'm too busy for new habits. I'm too busy for new habits. Now you repeat. Solution. Start with just 2 minutes. Everyone has 2 minutes. Everyone has 2 minutes. Everyone has 2 minutes. Now you repeat. Do your habit while doing something else. Practice English while cooking. Practice English while cooking. Now you repeat. Problem 4. Perfectionism. Wanting to do everything perfectly. I must do it perfectly or not at all. I must do it perfectly. I must do it perfectly. Now you repeat. Or not at all, had I? Or not at all. Now you repeat. Solution. Progress, not perfection. Done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect. Now you repeat. Part 9. Let's practice. Building sentences. Now it's time for sentence building practice. I'll give you a simple sentence and we'll make it longer together. Basic. I read. I read. I read. Now you repeat. Add when. I read every morning. I read every morning. I read every morning. Now you repeat. Add what? I read English books every morning. I read English books every morning. I read English books every morning. Now you repeat. Add where? I read English books in my garden every morning. I read English books. I read English books. Now you repeat. In my garden every morning. In my garden every morning. Now you repeat. Add why. I read English books in my garden every morning to improve my vocabulary. I read English books in my garden. I read English books in my garden. Now you repeat. Every morning to improve my vocabulary. Every morning to improve my vocabulary. Now you repeat. Let's try another one. Basic. She exercises. She exercises. She exercises. Now you repeat. Add frequency. She exercises 3 times a week. She exercises 3 times a week. She exercises 3 times a week. Now you repeat. Add duration. She exercises for 30 minutes 3 times a week. She exercises for 30 minutes. She exercises for 30 minutes. Now you repeat. 3 times a week. 3 times a week. Now you repeat. Add type. She does yoga for 30 minutes 3 times a week. She does yoga for 30 minutes. She does yoga for 30 minutes. Now you repeat. 3 times a week. 3 times a week. Now you repeat. Part 10. Habit Tracker Vocabulary. Let's learn some useful phrases for tracking your habits. This vocabulary will help you monitor your progress. I completed my habit today. I completed my habit today. Now you repeat. I missed one day, but that's okay. I missed one day, but that's okay. Now you repeat. My streak is 5 days. My streak is 5 days. Now you repeat. A streak means consecutive days. I'm back on track. I'm back on track. Now you repeat. This means you return to your habit. I need to be more consistent. I need to be more consistent. Now you repeat. Let's check my progress. Let's check my progress. Now you repeat. I've improved a lot. I've improved a lot. Now you repeat. This is working well for me. This is working well for me. Now you repeat. Part 11. Question and answer practice. Now I'll ask you questions and you can practice answering. After I ask, I'll give you a sample answer to repeat. What time do you usually wake up? Sample answer. I usually wake up at 7 o'clock. I usually wake up at 7 o'clock. Now you repeat. What's your morning routine? Sample answer. First I drink water, then I exercise. First I drink water. First I drink water. Now you repeat. Then I exercise. Then I exercise. Now you repeat. Do you have any daily habits? Sample answer. Yes, I meditate for 10 minutes. Yes, I meditate for 10 minutes. Now you repeat. What habit do you want to build? Sample answer. I want to read more books. I want to read more books. Now you repeat. How do you stay motivated? Sample answer. I remember my goals and take small steps. I remember my goals. I remember my goals. Now you repeat. and take small steps, and take small steps. Now you repeat. Part 12. Advanced Dialogue, Life Coach Session. Here's a more advanced conversation between Tom, yes, that's me, and a life coach about habits. This will challenge you a bit more. Coach: So Tom, tell me about your current habits. So Tom, tell me about. Now you repeat. Your current habits. Your current habits. Now you repeat. Tom: Well, I have some good ones and some bad ones. Well, I have some good ones. Well, I have some good ones. Now you repeat. And some bad ones. And some bad ones. Now you repeat. Coach: Let's focus on what you want to change. Let's focus on what you want to change. Let's focus on what you want to change. Now you repeat. Tom: I want to stop checking my phone so much. I want to stop checking. Now you repeat. My phone so much. My phone so much. Now you repeat. Coach: That's a common challenge. What triggers this habit? That's a common challenge. That's a common challenge. Now you repeat. What triggers this habit? What triggers this habit? Now you repeat. Tom: Usually when I'm bored or waiting for something. Usually when I'm bored. Usually when I'm bored. Now you repeat. Or waiting for something. Or waiting for something. Now you repeat. Tired. Coach: What could you do instead? What could you do instead? What could you do instead? Now you repeat. Tom: Maybe I could carry a small book with me. Maybe I could carry. Now you repeat. A small book with me. A small book with me. Now you repeat. Coach: That's a great replacement habit. That's a great replacement habit. That's a great replacement habit. Now you repeat. Part 13. Habit Myths. Let's learn the truth. There are many myths about habits. Let's learn the truth. This will help you avoid common mistakes. Myth 1. It takes exactly 21 days to form a habit. Truth. It actually takes 21 to 66 days, depending on the person and habit. It depends on the person. It depends on the person. Now you repeat. Myth 2. You need strong willpower. Truth. You need good systems, not just willpower. Systems are more important. Systems are more important. Now you repeat. Myth 3. You should change many habits at once. Truth. Focus on one habit at a time. One habit at a time works better. One habit at a time works better. Now you repeat. Myth 4. Missing one day ruins everything. Truth. Missing one day is normal. Just don't miss twice. Don't miss twice in a row. Don't miss twice in a row. Now you repeat. Myth 5. Morning people are more successful. Truth. Find what works for your schedule. Everyone is different. Everyone is different. Now you repeat. Part 14. Practical exercise. Design your perfect day. Let's do a practical exercise together. We'll design a perfect day with good habits. This is fun and useful. Imagine your ideal morning. What would you do? 6 a.m. Wake up naturally. I wake up feeling refreshed. I wake up feeling refreshed. Now you repeat. 6:15 EM. Drink water and stretch. I hydrate my body. I hydrate my body. Now you repeat. 6:30 AM. Meditate or pray. I start with gratitude. I start with gratitude. Now you repeat. 7 AM. Healthy breakfast. I eat nutritious food. I eat nutritious food. Now you repeat. 7:30 AM. Study or read. I feed my mind. I feed my mind. Now you repeat. 8 AM. Exercise or walk. I move my body. I move my body. Now you repeat. Now think about your afternoon habits. 12 PM. Mindful lunch. I eat slowly and enjoy. I eat slowly and enjoy. Now you repeat. 2 PM. Short walk. I take a break from work. I take a break from work. Now you repeat. 4 PM. Healthy snack. I choose fruit or nuts. I choose fruit or nuts. Now you repeat. Evening habits matter too. 7 PM. Family dinner. We eat together. We eat together. Now you repeat. 8 PM. Hobby time. I do something I enjoy. I do something I enjoy. Now you repeat. 9 PM. Prepare for tomorrow. I plan my next day. I plan my next day. Now you repeat. 10 PM. Wind down. I relax before bed. I relax before bed. Now you repeat. Part 15. Motivational phrases for your journey. Here are some motivational phrases to help you on your habit journey. Write these down and use them. Every day is a fresh start. Every day is a fresh start. Now you repeat. Small steps lead to big changes. Small steps lead to big changes. Now you repeat. I am building a better future. I am building a better future. Now you repeat. Consistency is my superpower. Consistency is my superpower. Now you repeat. I choose progress over perfection. I choose progress over perfection. Now you repeat. My habits shape my destiny. My habits shape my destiny. Now you repeat. I am stronger than my excuses. I am stronger than my excuses. Now you repeat. Today's choices create tomorrow's life. Today's choices create Today's choices create. Now you repeat. Tomorrow's life. Tomorrow's life. Now you repeat. Part 16. Real life application stories. Let me share 3 short stories about how my students used habits to improve their English. Story 1. Ahmed from Egypt. Ahmed wanted to improve his pronunciation. He decided to shadow English podcasts for 10 minutes daily. He shadowed podcasts for 10 minutes. He shadowed podcasts for 10 minutes. Now you repeat. After 1 month, his speaking was clearer. His confidence grew too. His confidence grew every day. His confidence grew every day. Now you repeat. Story 2. Yuki from Japan. Yuki was shy about speaking English. She started talking to herself in the mirror. She practiced in the mirror. She practiced in the mirror. Now you repeat. Every morning she described her plans in English. This simple habit changed everything. This simple habit changed everything. This simple habit changed everything. Now you repeat. Story 3. Carlos from Brazil. Carlos loved football but struggled with English. He combined both interests. He watched matches in English. He watched matches in English. Now you repeat. He learned vocabulary while enjoying games. Learning became fun, not work. Learning became fun, not work. Learning became fun, not work. Now you repeat. Part 17. Creating your personal habit plan. Now let's create your personal habit plan. I'll guide you through each step. Step 1. Choose your habit. Think about what you want. Make it specific and clear. What do I want to achieve? What do I want to achieve? Now you repeat. Step 2. Make it tiny. Break it down to the smallest action. Start with just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes is enough. Just 2 minutes is enough. Now you repeat. Step 3. Pick your trigger. Choose when you'll do it. After breakfast, before bed, I will do this after. I will do this after. Now you repeat. Step 4. Prepare everything. Remove all barriers. Make it easy to start. I'll prepare everything in advance. I'll prepare everything in advance. Now you repeat. Step 5. Celebrate small wins. Reward yourself for completing the habit. Every day counts. I celebrate my progress. I celebrate my progress. Now you repeat. Part 18. Common phrases for discussing habits. These phrases will help you talk about habits naturally in English conversations. I'm trying to get into the habit of. I'm trying to get into the habit of. I'm trying to get into the habit of. Now you repeat. I've been doing this for. I've been doing this for. I've been doing this for. Now you repeat. It's become second nature to me. It's become second nature to me. It's become second nature to me. Now you repeat. I'm working on building. I'm working on building. I'm working on building. Now you repeat. I fell off track, but I'm okay. I fell off track, but. I fell off track, but. Now you repeat. My goal is to make this automatic. My goal is to make this automatic. My goal is to make this automatic. Now you repeat. I'm seeing results from. I'm seeing results from. I'm seeing results from. Now you repeat. Part 19. Final practice dialogue. Friends discussing habits. Let's end with one more dialogue. Two friends, Emma and David, are discussing their New Year habits. Emma. Hey David, how are your New Year resolutions going? Hey David, how are your... Hey David, how are your... Now you repeat. New Year resolutions going. New Year resolutions going. Now you repeat. David. Actually pretty well. I'm focusing on just one habit. Actually pretty well. Actually pretty well. Now you repeat. I'm focusing on just one habit. I'm focusing on just one habit. Now you repeat. Emma, smart move. What habit did you choose? Smart move. Smart move. Now you repeat. What habit did you choose? What habit did you choose? Now you repeat. David, I'm learning Spanish for 15 minutes every morning. I'm learning Spanish for. Now you repeat. 15 minutes every morning. 15 minutes every morning. Now you repeat. Emma, that's amazing. How do you stay consistent? That's amazing. That's amazing. Now you repeat. How do you stay consistent? How do you stay consistent? Now you repeat. David, I do it right after my morning coffee. The coffee is my trigger. I do it right after. Now you repeat. My morning coffee. Now you repeat. The coffee is my trigger. The coffee is my trigger. Now you repeat. Emma, I should try that with my reading habit. I should try that. Now you repeat. With my reading habit. Now you repeat. David, you should link it to something you already do. You should. Now you repeat. Link it to something you already do. Now you repeat. Conclusion. Your habit journey starts now. Wow, we've covered so much today. We've learned about what habits are, why they matter, and how to build them. We've practiced vocabulary, dialogues, and real-life examples. Most importantly, we've practiced speaking through shadowing. Remember these key points. Start small with tiny habits. Be consistent, not perfect. Use triggers to remember. Track your progress. Celebrate small wins. Your English learning is also a habit. Every time you listen to this podcast, every time you practice shadowing, every time you speak, you're building your English habit. You're becoming more fluent. You're getting closer to your dreams. I believe in you. You can do this. Start with just one small habit today. Maybe it's listening to English for 5 minutes. Maybe it's writing one sentence in your journal. Maybe it's speaking to yourself in the mirror. Whatever it is, start today. Thank you so much for learning with me today. This is Tom from Daily Dose of English, reminding you that small daily actions lead to big life changes. Keep practicing, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself. Don't forget to subscribe to Daily Dose of English for more lessons like this. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep building those positive habits. Goodbye for now, and remember, your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. Make today count.